Morning all, back again with another edition of the Jersey Countdown. We're going to do 290 through 281 today. We're kind of right, we're nearing the middle of the countdown, right? And yeah, so we're into some jerseys that are kind of fun to go through. And today's t-shirt is a Five Finger Death Punch shirt, which I wouldn't have if I'd never met Yvonne, because I've been to two concerts, including our first date was a Five Finger Death Punch concert, and then we went and saw them in Spokane a few years back. So, and honestly, they're a band that I have grown to like, and part of it might very well be, well, I met my wife, and our first concert we listened to them. So there's definitely that aspect to it. Let's go ahead and get started. Number 290 is the Detroit Red Wings. This is the current red Adidas, which I know Red Wings fans love this jersey, and I get it, but for me, I've always thought it's kind of plain, and yet I do really like the logo. It is weird on an Adidas too, because there's this red outline on a red it's a red and white logo on a red background, so it's kind of weird that red outline's there. But while the comments of that I've made them in the past myself, if they put a little bit of black in it, it might be kind of nice to do as like a third jersey. I do understand the appeal of the simplicity of this jersey, and it starts off this portion of the countdown. Number 289. This is the original Panthers red jersey, which I've mentioned in previous videos. I thought when I saw it on film that it was going to be orange, like a burnt orange color. But yeah, I do like it. The interesting thing is this was on the countdown before I had it. I actually put it on the countdown because I was going through which Panthers ones were in there, and I was like, I don't know why I don't have the red original. The reason I hadn't had it in the countdown to that point was because I didn't have it for some reason. I swear I had this jersey somewhere, and I'm saying had because I went through everything and I couldn't find it. So somewhere along the way, I lost an original Panthers, but I found a new one on eBay, and it was used, so it's you're paying less money that way, and it's still in better shape than the one that I had, so it worked out okay. Number 288. So this LA Kings Adidas jersey, I also in this countdown have the 50th anniversary, which has the gold around here. The reason this one is rated higher, I think it's a cleaner looking jersey than the 50th anniversary. Also, this is a Steve Duchaine. I know Steve Duchaine never wore this, but they had a sale on Cool Hockey last summer, 40% off. And so I thought, yeah, I'll get that, and I'll put a name on the back of a player I really liked back in the day. And Duchaine was the guy. I do like with this too, the silver, glittery silver around the black on the numbers and the letters. It is a nice jersey. This has been retired this season. There's talk of LA having a new third jersey. No, it will not be the purple reverse retro, but there'll be something else coming in all likelihood. I do like the two crowns in here, and again, I just think it's better overall than the Reebok that I have that has the gold around it that was for the 50th anniversary. Number 287. This Ottawa Senators Centennial design jersey. And I do like the throwbacks where they basically pay homage to their original look from back in the early 1900s. And I thought this was a nice attempt. I thought it was pretty good. I do like the striping on it. It's simple, and what I like too is that when we see those throwbacks, you can see a lot of stripes. This one conveys the same kind of idea with a lot less striping. So it's not as busy as some of the throwbacks that we see. But yeah, I do like this one. This one has been retired for, I don't think they've worn it for a couple years. I wouldn't mind seeing this return as a third at some point. I don't know if it necessarily does, but I wouldn't mind seeing this one as a third. I think the O logos are alright, although yes, they also look like zeros. Number 286. This is a Tampa Bay Lightning jersey, of course, because it's Tampa Bay and a lightning bolt, so it tells you what it is. Of course, what they wear now, they no longer have the Tampa Bay word mark. I do prefer that jersey. This, of course, is an old Reebok. It's a large because that was the only size I could find it in. I was looking for it in a smaller medium, but I had to get the large. And yeah, it again, it's in that range of pretty good jerseys, where I like it. I do prefer their current design more, and we'll get into that when I get up to those Adidas. But yeah, so not bad. The need for Tampa Bay to be on the logo existed until very recently, and then when they got rid of the word mark, it just sort of worked. Number 285. So now that this jersey has been retired as well, we can have a discussion about it, right? So there are parts of this jersey that I like. I love the color. I really like the stripes. Of course, this has the 10th anniversary on it. It's a Kyle Connor. I got this one through the Jets team store because this went on sale. This design went on sale because they're done with it. And of course, right in here we are True North. But the logo, while it's not bad, there's a jet right here. That is actually the shape of a jet right there in the T, which is kind of a nice feature, which I didn't spot the first time out when I saw this. But the word mark, where I think it missed, is that the secondary logo they have on the shoulder of the regular jersey is nicer. And even their normal logo on this jersey would look pretty cool. So I think it was the word mark that caused it to be as disliked as it was. But I think the color's nice. And I think at some point we'll get a Jets jersey in this sort of color and a nicer logo on it. Maybe just the jet itself and not the rest of the logo around it, and just a big jet on the front, right? Something like that. I'm just saying. Yeah, so I like the jersey, but I understand there are other people who really, really don't, and I kind of get it. Number 284. You're getting a two for here. So this is a jersey that I've had in my collection for a long time. And I got this one from Sport Check. And I had thought, well, that's the one they wore in the early 2000s. However, this is the one they wore in the early 2000s. Striping is different. The design is somewhat different. The logo is exactly the same. So it's understandable that I saw this in a store and I thought, well, I don't have an image handy of what they actually look like. But that's the one from the early 2000s, right? And no, this is the one they wore. So I have both in my collection, but only this one's technically in the countdown, because this is what they were in the early 2000s. This, of course, being a CCM. I found this one on eBay, and yeah, I'm glad I found it. I believe Custom Throwback Jerseys still has these too. So, yeah, it's again, it's got the weird venting because it's late 90s, early 2000s. They all had that under the arm all the way down here. But yeah, it's a nice design, and again, it was always weird to me for Toronto to use this as a secondary or as the third jersey logo when it looked way better than their primary logo did at the time. And I'm glad they fixed that. Number 283. What have I said about C's? So this is a Brett Hull. I believe I got this one through Ben H Sports. And it's a Coho. And it's kind of nice to have this and put it up against the Adidas and say, all right, which one do I like better? Turns out it's the Adidas that I like better. We'll get to the Adidas one later, but this is very similar to what they were. Now, not a whole lot to add to that other than, yeah, Brett Hull jersey. If you had told, like, 16-year-old me that I'd have a Brett Hull jersey someday, I would have said no. Was not a big Brett Hull fan at the time. And yeah, so there was even a point where I had, I think, 2 or 3 of his rookie card, and I just traded them in. People were like, why are you trading in his rookie card? I'm like, because I don't care. And it was a trade where it's like, all right, so I'm gonna get rid of these then. But yeah, so Brett Hull, St. Louis Blues, still an iconic pairing, the two of them. Although he did play for other teams as well in his career. Number 282, Boston Bruins. This is the design they wore in the early 70s. They would switch over, of course, to the different look, which took away the shoulder yokes, and you end up with the bear that looks like a tiger on the shoulder after that. But it is a nice, clean jersey. And I got this one through... I'm trying to think. I think I got this one through Ice Jerseys. But again... at this point with the collection, I do my best to recollect where I collected them. And yeah, so number 282, again, we're in jerseys that I like. Other jerseys end up ahead of them. In Boston's case, their current Adidas are pretty decent jerseys. And last but not least, the Manitoba Moose. This is a black Manitoba Moose. I believe I got this one through Jersey Baron on eBay. And I really like this. I love the colors. I love the design. I know that currently they use the colors for the Winnipeg Jets, and I get that, but this is I think a better look for the Moose. But yeah, so I like the stripes. I like the unique look of it, the unique colors. Overall, it's a win, and it closes out this portion of the countdown. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support and for viewing this series. And I know there's some dedicated people reviewing each video. Thank you guys so much for that. I will talk to you again soon.